Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of Shooting the with Yankee. As always, I'm Yankee, so let's start shooting. Today's topic is a simple one. What is your favorite optic for a carry gun? If someone came to you right now and said, I'm getting the same gun you got, what do you think is the best optic for it? The best type of sights? Would you tell them a plain iron sight, a tritium sight, a special brand of sight, a red dot sight? What do you think is best for a carry gun? Your favorite? Let me know. Now, I will start us off as always. Lately I've been waiting until the end to give my opinion on things that matter. But since this isn't a big issue, it's just kind of a bubblegum topic, I'll weigh in first. First off, I'm going to say that I think red dots are a God's gift to older people like myself. And I think if younger people took the time to learn how to use them, they're awesome for them too, but especially for people my age. If you've got issues with depth and everything else, red dots are the way to go. Makes sight acquisition so much better, makes accuracy so much easier. Like I said, I've got the video where I'm hitting the little bottles while they're swinging. I can't do that without the red dot because I can't focus quickly enough on the sights. So I think they're awesome. But if someone came to me and said, what's the best sight for carry? Well, there is a sight that I really like. And if you don't have eye issues and you don't have to say, what's the best for someone like me who can't see? There's a type of sight I've always really liked. And I thought they were kind of like the best of all worlds. And it is the TFOs, the tritium fiber optic sights. I believe it's Trigicon that makes the TFOs. But they are basically fiber optic with a little tritium in front of it. So at night, the tritium lights the fiber optic. In the daytime, the light lights the fiber optic. So the little glowy green dots are easy to see day and night. You can pick them up because in the daytime, they pick all that ambient light, easy to see. At night, there's little tritium vials right in front of them and lights them up at night. So it's like having fiber optics that work at night. So I think those are just like the best overall sight you can get for a gun. I think they're awesome. I love them. So if someone came to me right now and said, hey, I've got a Glock 19, what sights should I put on it? I'm going to show them my tritium and my TFOs on mine. And I'm going to say, I think these are some of the best sights you can get. Now, you can't get them for everything, unfortunately. I wish you could. But for the guns you can get them for, I think those are awesome. But like I say, I'm not short selling red dots. And that's the way I go now for my carry guns, if I can. But the TFOs, they're just awesome. And with that being said, I want to go over and see what other people have to say. What are their favorite sites? Before I do, I want to remind everyone, if you want to support the channel, please go over to my website, TYMPpistolproject.com. It's linked in the upper corner. Buy merchandise. There's a link there to my Shopify store. I draw all the designs. I draw all the designs myself. So go over and get yourself something like our new Dalek shirt. Not this Dalek shirt, a different one. You can also become a Subscribe Star member over there, Patreon member over there. Get yourself some patches, get yourself little icons after your name, all this other stuff by becoming a channel member. You can do all of that from TYMPpistolproject.com. You can also register to be a recipient of TYMPPP when that starts rolling again. And you can sign someone up to be our first Handguns for Heroes recipient, where we're going to be building a special little trophy that's an actual working Derringer that they receive with their little name on it and everything, the Handguns for Heroes logo. So get over there and register for yourself for the TYMPPP or nominate someone for Handguns for Heroes. With that being said, let's get over here to the actual responses from viewers and see what they got to say. Officer Tater Hater says, I don't electronic optics because they run out of battery juice. Custom installed sights are much better for me. Also sent emails. I saw your emails. Now, I worry about batteries going out too. But that's why I will not use a red dot unless I can co-witness. I have to have that co-witness of my iron sights too. So the red dot makes it a lot easier for me to be fast and accurate with my gun. And if for some reason I don't maintain replacing my battery once every 6 months or something, because if you do it every 6 months, I found that those things never run out of juice if you do it every 6 months. But some people do it every 4 or whatever. But if the battery does go out for one reason or another, you got that co-witness. You can still use your iron sights. So that's a must for me. Edgar Cortez says, I have no idea. I've never used an optic on any of my handguns, but I have a sight mark optic on one of my ARs and I love it. Well, in this case, optics, we're counting any sight. What do you think is your favorite type of sight? Because technically they're optics, I guess, but I kind of made sure to make it clear, like, what's your favorite sight on your gun when I said it? Like, do you like iron sights or tritium sights or whatever? Asir Hammer said, Hollow Sun Red Dot numero uno. You know, I've really started liking the Hollow Suns. I've got a couple of the ones that have the little solar panel top on them, although I don't know how much good that does because your gun's covered a lot. Now, I open carry, so mine would probably charge, but I don't know if it's necessary or not, but I still like them. Johnny Mandrick chimed in and says, I need to use a red dot, old eyes. It's just not your eyes that are old. All of you is old. You's old. And yeah, for us older guys, they are a godsend. They are very nice, I will say. I resisted them for years. You know, I didn't like the fact that they can run out of battery. I don't like electronics, just like, you know, we heard a second ago. But, you know, I've gotten used to it. I think the positives far outweigh the negatives as long as you can co-witness. Colin Hepburn says, I use a Hollow Sun SCS 320 9N. That's a lot of numbers to remember. On my SIG P229 and a Vortex Defender CCW on my wife's G43X. I prefer the enclosed optics for carry. Keeps the debris out. Yeah, I think I bought my first enclosed one today. I've always gone with the open ones, but today I got my first enclosed one. Or the first enclosed one I bought. I've got guns that came with an enclosed one, but wait, is that one over there an enclosed one, or is it? I think that's an enclosed one. So, yeah, I like the enclosed ones too, but not tied to them. Let's just say that. Who's your Viking says, learning that my old eyes love my first optic. My Echelon came with Crimson Trace. We'll be getting a better optic when the battery dies on this one. No grip. Well, you don't got to say it over here because the chats through YouTube aren't entered because I can't count on getting that money. YouTube steals it. YouTube are bastards. Nominal Snowman says RMR for non-Glocks. I like RMRs. Hollow Sun SCS for Glock MOS. No grips. Don't want to be associated with the Punisher crowd. I'm a big enough douchebag. Oh, well, it wouldn't make you any more a douchebag. But like I said, you don't got to say it over here. Just got to say it on YouTube. You don't get interest over here, just like you don't get interest for the silver bullet drawing and the stuff like that over here, unless I say you do. Like some nights, though, I will say, yes, tonight I'll give interest to people who weigh in through YouTube, and I'll do double for people who do through PayPal. I haven't done that in a while, though. P-Gar said 1911s are so 1911. Well, yeah, they are kind of point. Andrew Avila says grips, hell yeah. No, you got you people. CTC laser grips on my 1911 officer as best sight. Old eyes and red dots harder to acquire. I find the red dots easier to acquire than the laser dots. You know, the ones that shoot the laser out. Now, if you're close up, yeah, they're pretty easy to acquire. But at any distance, I have trouble with them. I can't see them. P-Gar says, right now I'm using an SRO on a Glock 20, but it's a bit large. Yeah, the SROs, those would be a little bit large. Also have an O sight on a G20. Never had issue with it. I've never tried the O sights. Now, the one I want to try is the Swamp Fox. I've been hearing really good things about the Swamp Fox, and they are priced really nice, and they're relatively inexpensive too. So can't beat that because I'm cheap. I like inexpensive. That's one of my favorite things in the world is inexpensive stuff. That's the next best thing to free. I really like free stuff. People used to send me free stuff. They don't send me free stuff as much anymore. But, used to be manufacturers would send me free guns and stuff, try to butter me up, but then they found out that doesn't butter me up. And I would just give the guns away to charity. You know, I'd auction them off for like fur friends or something every time I got a free gun. So, and then I didn't guarantee them good reviews or give them the right to review my reviews before I put them up. Because that's usually when you do the things like where you get loaner guns, you know, like Suchi, they get their loaner guns. You've signed a contract that you will only say certain things and you'll give them first right of refusal for you saying certain things. And I won't do that. We got Mad Dog weighing in here. You don't need sights for a carry gun. You are just pointing and shooting. No one is aiming. Oh, I aim with my carry gun all the time to range. Now, yes, in a fast draw situation, you might just be pointing and shooting. But what if you got to take out somebody from a distance? Like, what if you're at the mall and 35 yards away, there's a guy with a machete approaching an old lady? Well, you might want to take the longer shot. You're going to want to aim. So don't sell yourself. Don't put yourself in a box where you limit your options. Paul B said, ever try Gideon sights? Nice. No, I've never tried Gideon sights. I don't know what they are. I'm going to look it up real quick so I can see what Gideon sights are. Gideon sights. Okay, it's asking me my birth date. I'm going to tell it I was born January 1st in the year 1900. That was the spirit of the 1900s. They look like the what do you call them? They got the open and the closed emitters. They got all kinds of different styles. I like the ones that are more squared off on the top. I've never heard of them before. If I ever see one somewhere, I might try one. Pigar says, I do want to try a Swamp Fox Liberty 2. I also want to do that. I'd like to try one of the Swamp Foxes. I got guns I can put it on. I just would need to find one. What do I have on that gun? Is that an open or a closed optic? Let me look and see. It's open. Okay. I couldn't see it. It's kind of laid backwards, and I couldn't look at it from here. It's one on my FM 57. The gun that I tried for years and years and years to discredit, and just never had any luck at it. All right. All right, that looks like that's going to be it for today. So thanks to everybody for weighing in. How about you out in YouTube land? What's your favorite optic for your gun or favorite type of sight? Do you like iron sights? Do you like fiber optic sights? Do you like night sights? Or do you prefer an electronic optic like a red dot or something like that? Let us know. And what brand do you prefer? What model do you prefer? Let us know in the comment section below. Give other people ideas of stuff to look for if they're in the market for a sight right now. So thanks everybody out there. If you want to weigh in, please do so below, like I said. And if you want to show up for one of these topics in person and weigh in, I'm screwing this all up. If you want to weigh in on one of these topics in person, come to our live chats. We do them every day at 6 p.m. Tripping all over myself there. For everybody who did show up today and everybody participated, I want to say thank you. I do appreciate it. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.